Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and we're back in Japan on Transport Fever 2 and we're starting out by riding the South Island line, which is what we built last time around. I've got the game running at moderate speed? Yeah, moderate speed, that's a thing. And that's what we're doing. Just purely because otherwise it will take too long. This is your intro. Alright, okay, enjoy it. We're doing a ride along. On the line we built last time, just to look for inconsistencies, but also to soak up what atmosphere there may be to have. And so there's one of our pals there. He's going the other way. That's all nice. Now I've added a whole bunch of mods. The collection, and you can find the link for the collection in the first part of this series. The collection has been upgraded with a whole bunch of mods because we're going to turn our attention to a bit of beautification today. We're going to start down at Yusu, which is the far end of the line, and build that out so that it's not just pre-plunked in. I do plunk as my first move. Plunking is the first move that we do, just in order to get some functionality going. But we're going to do a gentle nod in the direction of making things ever so slightly nicer, so that when we decide to tour the map, that we go like, oh yeah, that's quite nice. I don't know if I'll get to every single station, but we'll get to as many as we can. I won't get through them all today. No, I mean, because if you're going to do a proper job on it, you're going to want to spend a couple of hours, you know, gently tinkering things around and making them come up lovely. So we'll be aiming for a bit of come up lovely, but we'll see what you get. That was quite a nice corner. Not the one in the tunnel, the one just before it. I thought that was quite a pleasant swoop. It didn't feel out of place. No, it's good. No. Look, I rate my own track building according to the aesthetic that it generates in the process of doing so. This tunnel's quite a nice way. In fact, most of the time, if you go as the crow flies, you'll get quite a nice angle done. This tunnel's a little on the tight side, but we're doing what, 80 kilometers an hour. You'd probably go a little bit slower than that if I'm fair, but if the game says it's fine, then it must surely be fine. Anyway, we go across the last bridge in this particular run. I think we'll actually turn our head and have a look around. People are gonna love coming across this. Passengers will be going like, this is a bit of a view, isn't it? Isn't this spectacular? Isn't this the stuff that it's going to attract tourists like no tomorrow? Probably is. It might do. Who knows? Anyway, there we go. We've got another bit of bay action going on here, and this is the area that is going to be what's the best way to describe it? Brutalized in today's show. So stick around if you want to. Now, as you can see, this particular train is actually profitable. It's heartening to know that it's profitable. If we have a look at the line overall, I'm pretty sure the line overall's are pretty much doing nicely as far as profits are concerned. Let's sort by upper and lower balance. We're looking for the South Island. This is bad news. No, South Island in the city's in the hole at the moment. But obviously, as more people move into these towns, its profitability will pick up. You see the train we were just on, it's currently in the blue, but it's not running at full capacity. And it's because it stops off at a bunch of little stations at the bottom. The big one to tackle is going to be the Uwajimata or the commuter service that we've got. That is just costing me money. There's plenty of passengers on board, but I think I've got too many trains running on there. We can fix that. Meanwhile, at the top end, everything's fine. We can easily carry the less profitable services that we've got going on, and that's a solidly good thing. Right, let's get to work. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kill this kind of cliffside here. I was tempted to flatten out the whole area and then relay the whole thing, and I think there will be a certain amount of that. I just need this train to clear out and no new train to come in. Have we got space for that? Yeah, we should be okay. Because I'm going to adjust the track a little bit. I don't know if I'll destroy the station. It's a pretty high chance that I will do. But I want to make sure that I've got room to manoeuvre as we do some stuff that requires some manoeuvring. Hold everything. And pause about there. There we go. That's good. Right, so we can now muck around with this. The other thing that's going to be important is that, because I am going to demolish quite a lot of buildings, because I want to build the town out from scratch, almost. Now, the challenge there is don't kill all of either industrial or commercial, because that's the last time you'll have seen it. So yeah, it's tough to know where to begin, because brute force and demolition is the temptation of the beginning point. So I've got a port to relay, okay, because it's not sat in a great place right now. We'll add some seaborne assets to make that look a little bit nicer. The trucks that are ferrying oil around, that's not going to change. Their destination obviously will do, dependent on where I actually end up slinging this stuff, but we'll see how that goes. But the fundamental thing that I want to do, and I can't really draw it out because there's stuff in the way, so follow the bouncing cursor there, friends, is I kind of want to turn this bayside into one horseshoe that kind of runs like that. So, you know, getting rid of these two kind of jutting bits here, and then using the roads mirror the curve that goes around there. Yeah, this is mad. It's going to take ages. Right, I'm going to get some fundamentals done, and then we'll pick up the action. And there you go, perfect high detail. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I've done a little bit, right? So I've built up my my port for freight here. I mean, my goods port. That's all moved. Was sat on the end here, and as you can see, it's still, the old one is still disappearing. Actually, I need to rename this. This is Port Yusu. Yeah, you see, that feels, you know, that feels like, you know, it's evocative. All right, be quiet. It is. This magnificent garage here. Obviously, it's a Chinese petrol company. I mean, they're getting everywhere. You can't help it. All I've done right now, that's a truck stop, for want of a better word, and I've got this wonky-looking road system built in at the moment because I wanted to make sure that it kind of it matched up, right, so that it would quite happily export from the oil well to the harbour with no problem at all, and it does. So that's all good. We're not done though. There is yet more to add. Now, one of the mods I'm kind of keen on. I've already spent about 60 million on groundworks. It's not a small amount of money. No, it's a large amount of money, and I've already spent it. Now, the 5-in-1 shipyard is mag-ruddy-nificent. It includes, should you want it, road, rail, depots. It includes passenger stock. It includes the absolute flaming works. It would just be so much nicer if it also included the port facilities for each as well. But hey, you can't have it all. As it is, it's a magnificent asset. I'm just not sure that I'm going to get to use it because it's quite fussy about where you stick it. It needs it needs more land than you expect. If I were to drag it over here, we could probably get it in just to show you what it looks like. Yeah, there. See, it needs a lot more land than you think it's going to. But that's what it ends up looking like. I'll see if I can get in close. Go on. Oh, you get the idea. No, there we go. So, yeah, it's brilliant. But all it will function as is a kind of a multi-depot. And I like that. But at the same time, it's a very big, ostentatious piece that won't necessarily get that much use. I think it would probably serve us better if I click off this. There's my existing shipyard. So Kukubo, it might do a better job there since that's where our existing shipyard is. So that's number one. Number two, I've also built a passenger line here, or I haven't. I've almost built a passenger line. Hang on, we've got to put a passenger stop in, landing right there, and so we'll bring passengers in as well from Kukubo. because the rail line right now will run you quite merrily that way. It will run you quite merrily this way, but there is no direct connection between these two. So a passenger line between these two could be quite a good wheeze. We could also do the same with Yoshida later on, but that's later on. Anyway, back to the matter at hand, and now I want to make this look, I'm not going to say good, I'm going to say better, because I think good is a subjective measure, and that better is a far more realistic and attainable measurement that I think everyone can agree on. And to be honest, it's not going to take much to do better, because it's currently awful. So yeah, we'll work on that. Now, do I want any build-up around the outside? Yeah, I probably do want some build-up around the outside. Let's go for this treeless medium here to build this up. Can I? Yeah, there you go. Right, now, so, I mean, to start with, lots of lovely straight lines to give us something to hang off. And obviously it doesn't want to do that because it wants you to snap to there. Okay, well, I have done. So now it can just stop complaining. Yeah, but now comes the tricky bit of, can you do the same here, or are you going to have to do something else? All right, get rid of that. Try it again. Go the other way. And yes, you're clipping over the front of it. That's disappointing. I mean, I could bulldoze that, pull it forward so that it's in line, and then slap in some decoration behind. That's a good way to go. All right, okay, let's do that. I've got 250 million in the bank. We'll get through quite a lot of that, not because I'm building anything expensive, but because of the amount of terrain work I'm going to be doing. Do you want small? No, you want medium. That large. That's nice. It is nice. It's also kind of appropriate for this area. Now, I'm using kind of old large here. No, steady on. But I think, even so, it's still going to look quite splendid. I think using old roads down in the dock area might actually look quite nice. So we'll go for that. I've got it on on all straight all the time at the moment, and that will do the job for us. Right, now let's put in this truck stop again. And this time we'll get it married up nicely. Now, you could go back pretty much as far as you were, to be honest. Okay, well, let's do that. Yeah, it leaves some room for trees and billboards and whatnot out front. That's going to look quite, you know, ooh, yeah, like it sort of means it. Okay, yep, that's good. Right, moving. No, just grab streets. We're staying in road for a little while here. If I were to bring you out here, no tendrils for you. That's a shame. That would be quite a nice connection. Yeah. If I were to, no tendrils for you neither, sunshine. Interesting. Where do you want to tendril from? Right there. Actually, I think it's already got some. I think this bit has already tendrilled. Let's just double check it. Pretty sure it did. There you go. Yeah. It'll do it there. So I don't, strictly speaking, need to build a road around the outside, but it sells a bit more of the authenticity were I to do so. Right, let's switch to El Bendi here, and we'll go to a lower grade road. And that's not quite straight. It's straight enough. All right, if you want. No. Give me the stuff with the nice red pavement. That's the stuff. Yeah. Give me that. Right. Put in a bit of that and wiggle it around this way to kind of get to the edge. Don't like it. No, I don't like it either. Going straight along there, right, to about here. Yes. And then wiggling out to there. That's better. Okay. Yeah, good. All of these little lines that it's sticking in all over the joint, it just makes me go like, are you doing this properly, or are you giving me the run around? Because it's not always obvious which is the case. Right, now, I want you to pull an aggressive around there, but then line us up with a straight line that way. A little bit more that way. Just to about there. Now, I'm eyeballing it, so it's not going to be accurate, but hopefully it will be accurate enough. And then run you out like that. Yeah, it's just off. Can I? Yeah, there you go. If you stick it like that, that's, again, near enough. No, it's not near enough. All right, do it like that. That'll do. It's probably what I had originally. It doesn't really matter. Okay, right, good. Now, all that remains to do here is fling in a bunch of decoration. Bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-da, and you've got something, okay? So that's relatively straightforward stuff. I might take another road off here. Use the right paraphernalia, would you? That's it, yeah, keep using this old stuff. I think it's got a lot of character. And then we'll keep running straight to there. Right, and then we'll do a crossroads that comes right by the back end of the oil well, and then again fling in a few assets, and bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum. It looks quite good. Now you see, look, I could do that at a right angle, but I'm going to take it at a wrong angle in order to marry up with the edge of the oil well. Okay, that was a deliberate decision. It was not cack-handed flipping observation of angleture on my part. You can prove nothing. Right, a bit more smoothage here. You're going to go, what are you talking about? It's going to cost a load of money. That's cheap. Okay, it's not cheap. No, cheap is the one thing it isn't. There you go, drag that down there. That said it was on the flat. Maybe, just about. Right, so now the big challenge is going to be in coercing the good people of the town to relocate. That's not going to be easy. Actually, I want to do a bit of configure on this. I need a passenger entrance so that we've got road access there. That's the ticket. In fact, I'm going to do a load of these all the way along. I stuck a bonus fountain in as well. I wanted people to feel welcome when they rock up. I think I've accomplished that. I mean, a fountain will do that for you. And then, are you at the same height? Am I just seeing something that looks a bit wonky, or is it actually wonky? I think it might actually be wonky. All right, if we give it some of this, yeah, your road's not quite at the same height as the port side. I can conceal that. I can put in some fences, and if we use a bit of what we're looking for, probably some tarmac kind of business, some asphalt. What do you like? Probably that stuff. All right, give it a spin. Yeah, that doesn't look worse at all. Well, it doesn't look worse. It just doesn't look any better. There you go. Let's do all of that for now. This is the wrong texture, but I'm just kind of highlighting the area in which I wish to do a bit of decorating. All right, now around there. All right, I shall decorate all of that in due course. Right now. So, with this being a passenger port, passenger harbour, passenger everything, do you want to relay this road? I think you've got the room to do so. Yeah, all right. Look, if you're going to take a swing at doing this better, why don't you actually do it better rather than sort of? That's the rationale. Okay. All right. So from about here, close enough. That's right close. It is right close. So that's about as good as it needs to be. Now I want to get around onto here. Good luck with that. Yeah, I know. You might need to go about there and then fabricate a corner in coming from the other way. Go on, you'll do it. Go on, do the thing. I'm not certain it's going to do the thing for you. Oh, look, I don't need an awful lot of space here. It's because you're trying to cram too much into a very small space. You could take the stop out again, put it in, and then hope you can get the stop back in. Alternatively, you can remove the harbour building, slide it along one, and that gives you more space to play with. I love absolutely everything you're saying right now. That makes a ton of sense. Right, configure this. Give me the bulldozer. Get shot of that. You reckon, is that going to muck with your connection? If it does, I'll put in a tiny little truck line in order to make up for it. Is that something you built there? It's hard to say for sure. So if you slap that in there, you're probably going to get the results that you had before. You've got this business going on. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that is. Well, it's the means whereby stuff connects to it. Okay, where do I find some more of that? I think it's this. Really? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll stick some of that in then, and that should give us exactly what we had before, just slightly different. It's still at a different elevation. It is still at a different elevation. It shouldn't be. I pre-flattened all of this caper. in order to avoid just this type of moment. What's going on there? No, that's just a bit of flattened extra business. Anyway, slap the road in. 1 times road, slapped, like that. Make sure you're quite happy with how it looks. Well, quite happy. It's not terrible. It's not great. It'll do. And then bang the building back in. And this time, leave it. All right, we're done with it now, okay? That is now finalised. Is it, though? Is anything ever really finalised? Yes, it is. There you go. You have finalised that. That is where it is supposed to be, and everything is in accordance with nature. As I was saying, the aim or the challenge is to persuade the good townsfolk to move in over here after I evict them from over there. The first thing I'm going to need, actually, though, is a passenger stop so that people can get around a bit. I've got some more of these as well. We've got, we've got some tropic bus shelter action. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah. I don't care whether you think it is or not. It is. I'm itching, obviously, to use a little U-bend with a thingamajig in it. Isn't that part of the toilet? No, not today. If you would fit in here... No, you've not left enough space. All right. You want to bulldoze it again and make enough space? Not this time. I think we've rather done that, haven't we? Okay. Well, you've got a bus station, gas station. You've got a car parking building. That might not be so bad. Does it actually count as a bus stop? I think it does. Well, build one. It's only 60 grand. Let's build it and have a look. Yeah, there you go. It's a bus station. All right. Well, I think it adds to the grandeur of the establishment here. I think that certainly adds additional value to what we're doing. So that's sold. Is this the right stuff? Yeah. All right. Hook that up onto there. Right, and now it's about endeavouring to build out a street structure that humans will want to live by, near, on, within, all of that stuff. Next one about here, yeah, and then we'll backfill this with scenic elements to make it work. But as you can see, we got hill stuff going on there because I want to eradicate this bit of island. We talked about that before, and then continue kind of a curve around here to get to that point. Whereby we'll have something relatively modestly dramatic going on, and then, it's going to be contingent on persuading all of these clowns to move. Now, if I take out the buildings that are here, what are we losing? All right, so if you assume from this road downwards, bit of fuel, bit of bread. Okay, that in itself not a problem, providing there's bread demand, there's fuel demand. Okay, we're golden. I can just kill all of this. You probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. Lower Yusu is currently serving us no purpose, is it? No. Okay, well. Murderate that. Yeah, I know I've broken something. Oh, no. And that's fine, because all of this is going. And we're just going to hope that the good townsfolk will get with the programme and move in alongside where I want them. Right, we'll continue to square this off, which we're doing by... doing a bit of... No, wait, get the terrain tool. That's it. Square this off. Square. Yeah. By grabbing there. And... oh, brilliant. First move you do is wonky, you absolute Charlie. And then bring that into about... do it again. From there, gently. Remember, slow gets results. We don't actually need it squared off this far. Doesn't... matter. Although I quite like that. Yeah, I quite like that too. And we could continue the square across all the way down to there and then naturalise it out to a point that we could make a little bit more pronounced out there. Okay, turn this into kind of a Riviera front. Oh, yeah. I think there's some merit in that. Right, we're going to go further still. Hold on, just double check. All right, fuel demand. You've got a little bit up there. As long as we don't kill it all, everything is fine. In fact, these buildings are going to be my salvation. Right, yeah. Go on, get rid of it. Go on. Eat this. Cop that. You might want to save the game. No. I'm living it large and wild. You're living it flipping risky. This has taken you the best part of an hour to build this lot, so, you know, perhaps, you know, a little bit of, you know, due care and attention. Due care and attention. Right, that's going to cover it. We'll now bring this across the rest of the way, hopefully in the line I have previously established. Careful, careful. A little bit of variance isn't a bad thing, because I'm going to you know, tweak that up with some dock action and everything will be groovy there. Yeah, why is that a lump? It's not a lump, that's a texture thing. Okay. And then knock out this hillside. Yeah, keep going. Oh yeah. See, and then we get plenty of goodly land for them to build on. Now, I don't want to completely change the character of the area. I just want to make the character of the area slightly more amenable to you know, modernism. Yeah. Okay. Now, if I were to rock my big road here down in a straight line all the way down there, it's a boulevard. Yes, that's a thing. Certainly seems like it. Hold on, let's fix the crude transfer line while we're here. Manage the line. Lower Yusu is no longer a factor. We will add the truck stop there, and that's going to be good. I'll build a better route for that, but it's going to get to use the boulevard. And then we're seeing just how straight this road isn't in terms of being parallel. It really isn't. No, it's off by quite a bit. Now, I mean, a small amount of variance, you kind of go, yeah, all right. But that's a noticeable amount of variance. Let's avoid that. Now, even though I am going for some detail in here, I am doing it on the cheap. I'm doing it on the quick. Cheap in this sense is not the amount it costs, it's the amount of time you spend on it. But a nod towards better is what we're after. Perfect can wait for someone else. But better we can certainly establish quite early on, and that's not straight either. Honestly, man, come on, it's like, you know, you're a stranger to right angles. There you go, stick that over there. Yeah, bit of extra boulevard action. Yeah, gank that. Yeah, get your smaller roads out and marry them up. Wrong type of road. Right type of road. There you go. Just marry them up. That looks about right. You sure? It's near enough. I'll take it. Okay. Yeah. All right, we'll go with that. And then do the same over here. Yeah, that's... yeah, that's about right as well. Okay, good. Now, hopefully this grid will attract the attention of the people I have recently dispossessed of their housing. There's no certainty. There's no guarantees in that regard, but that's the hope. Now, I'm going to need to leave the rest of the town alone to recover, and hopefully we get some commercial, and hopefully we get some housing, and hopefully we get some industrial going over there, because then I can go and demolish the other half, you see. And that will facilitate completing the design, because I can knock out everything else, build it out over here, finish my kind of town design layout idea, and we'll be able to go, thank you very much, job done. I also want to relocate the train station, which is currently up here. I want to plunk it in about there. But I've got to wait until all of this stuff is kind of cleared out in order to make that work. I'm not in a hurry. Right, so you've got your bus stop there. Yeah. Do you want to change up your bus route? All right, where are we going at the moment? Currently does that. Okay, that's not so bad. Obviously something's gone missing. Yeah, okay, get rid of that then. So there we go. Koga Road is where the weakness in our operation is at present. So if we go after... No, wait, get rid of that. You know what you should do? Get rid of them all. Get rid of them all. Start again. Right, we will now add a station and we'll make this home base. Now, which way to go? Yeah, I think you go for this one. Yeah. I think you head up this way. Yeah. Then to here. Yeah. Then to there. and back again. And then it's a figure 8. Hey, okay, all right, good. There's too much overlap. Now, this is part of the reason that I don't make much money from commuter services, by and large, is that I overlap too much. But I do that in order to maximise the number of potential passengers that I can get, rather than maximise the amount of profit. If you leave a bigger gap, they have better catchment. Things end up working out quite nicely. Right, let's hit the turbos and see what we get as a result. I reckon we'll get something relatively pleasing, something moderately pleasing, modestly pleasing. Yeah. The condition of multiple vehicles is don't care. Oh, that bus has gone into the... oh, they go around the outside of the car park. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, that's kind of zesty. Yeah, no, that's fun. It's good. Now, all we're hoping for here is to see anybody... There we go. We got one bold commercial person. I can move bread this way. Sweet. And then everything will be fine. We should have ships still operational. Yeah, they're still happy-go-lucky. Because obviously shifting the port around and then running it anyway has made some people a little bit unhappy. Are you carrying there, son? I am. Good. You're going to drop off without any complaints. Are you? Yeah, he's dropped off without any complaint. Fabu. Okay. A few more people moving in over here. That's another commercial. Now, I think one of the things that will actually aid this regrowth is going to be to put in this second, to stick in this passenger line. So I'm going to do that now. We're not going to finish off decorating down there this time. What I wanted to do was show you, here's the kind of methodology, here's the kind of thinking that I've got going on. You may have noticed that Kakubo has started working again. Yeah. I can't rule out that I went into the editor, bulldozed the entire city and replaced it with a new one that wasn't broken. I can't rule that out. But it was a broken town, so I put that one in again. This is a medium. This one, I haven't built a super city there, as much as it looks like. Oh my goodness, what are you building? No, it's definitely not a massive. It's a large. Right. I think if we put our port, just a regular passenger, tiny little port, please, obviously with large catchment, and we're going to go straight through these people's house. Okay? Yeah. To about there. To about there? To about there. Yeah. And we'll stick a bus stop alongside that, and we'll put in some commuter lines to make that cheerful. I'm gonna do everyone a favour and dig out a bit of a trench underneath so that the ships can get in without any fuss. So if we knock out that. The trickiness with this is that these sandbanks that you've got underwater look fantastic. It really does sell kind of a natural coastline kind of an idea. The problem is that as soon as you start monkeying around with them, that feeling of naturalism disappears unless you then do a bit of smoothing, which just costs you money and you get nothing in exchange for it other than it looks a bit better now. Ultimately, it's worthwhile, but at the same time, you kind of go, there are surely better things you can spend your money on. I reckon old Wiggler here might actually do us proud. Let's go. I'm itching to use old Wiggler because I think it's quite attractive. There you go. Are we worried about that? Never mind. No, I'm not. Wasn't even remotely worried about it. I've got some really nice kind of parallel street stops going on here as well, which is kind of cool. Oh, and someone stuck a little bakery in next to the bus station. They know what's coming. They kind of go, "Ooh, we're about to get some customers." Brilliant. Okay, right. So all we need to do with this is enough so that we can populate our ferry. Okay, where's the station? It's down there, look. Yeah. Okay, well, look, we'll pull that in. But this overall kind of an idea in terms of redevelopment, this is what I'm kind of hoping to do for most towns in order to just to make it better, nicer. more scenic, and hopefully over time to actually differentiate between the different towns that I've got going on, to make it so that if you visit one, you'll kind of know its identity by the infrastructure it's got there. Now you can do quite a lot of that just purely by the use of bridges and the way you've got flyovers and all of that kind of behaviour going on, and that helps certainly. See these three, I would say, too close together, and you could probably wrap that one onto there as well. But it's all piling people towards the station, so it's a good thing. Yeah, it is. Right, new line. Okay, so we're going to go from here, yeah, to there, yeah, then all the way down there. Which route have you chosen to go there? You've gone round the houses, that's fine. And then up to this one, and then up to this one. Yeah, okay, cool. Right, do you want to stop at Tokonami Street on the way back? Might as well. I like your thinking. And then back to the exchange. And then we reverse course, because that's how the system works. Yeah. There you go. And it's always quite heartening to see it actually sort itself out when you've... Hang on. It's not sorted itself out. It's not heartening at all. No, it's not, is it? No. Anyway, there's 14. Yeah, that's 15. And then back to base. It's going to work, but it's doing something jolly odd over here. Why has it gone... Oh, I see, because you've decided to take an alternate... yeah, the only one that's weird is why would you not go up that way and then round? That's shorter. Well, it's not... You know what it isn't? It's not the end of the world. It certainly isn't the end of the world, and therefore I'm sort of okay with that. Alright, okay, so this is going to be Kook and Commuter. Alright, smashing. Alright, I think that's a 4-bus job, that one. Let's stick a quick depot out over here and get that in motion. If I can find depots now, you have to hit the depot button. Oh, yeah. Alright, fling it around over here. Yeah. Okay. So, obviously, Kakubo, not done it yet. There's going to be plenty to do on that, but not right now. Because it's, you know, it's a fairly time-intensive gig, and therefore I want to... It's the kind of thing that I could do of an evening. Of just, you know, potter around until I've got something that I like. Let's go for a sightseeing bus. Yes. And I think I like green. Okay. All right. And you think 4? They carry 64 passengers a pop. I think 3. I think that's overkill. Yeah. I think this is going to cost me a lot of money. But it'll be fine. It will be fine. All right. Get to commuting, you. Oh, yeah, but it's a sightseeing bus. You know, you're going to have people on here going, oh, this is brilliant, I'm on holidays. And you're going, yeah, you are on holidays. And I hope you're having a splendid time too. Right, let's slow things down a little bit. I've been pacing along there way too much. Right, new line. From the ports out to the port. Quite obviously enough, if I've locked it in correctly. Yeah, there you go. Right. Oh, no, it should be okay. I can move this ship that I've got parked up if I need to. It's already parked in a way that means the incoming freight stuff isn't going to collide with it. We're just going to have to see how we get on. So this is going to be in fact, I'm going to give it. It's going to have its own name. Yusu Cruise Lines. Oh yeah. We may add further stops later on, but I'll go with what we've got right now. And let's deploy some ships. I think we'll go with the Darman Ferry. Yeah. Anything else? Well, click on passenger and it'll show you. Your Graf Zeppelin. Nah, that's basic. Hovercraft. Basic. I want the Darman Ferry. Okay. 4. 3. Let's not go overboard. There you go. We're on the cruise line. Sweet as a nut. Now these are going to be relatively quick because they're a multi-hull. Their capacity isn't all that, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, which way are you going first there, Tiger? I've got to check you for some collision-based activities. He's put his foot down. He's immediately opened the throttle up and gone like I'm wasting no time. Yeah, this is very important. Okay, right. I don't. I'm just at high speed again, so I can check what the collision's like. Hopefully this works. I haven't actually checked to make sure that passengers can access where they need to. Because you haven't put any packs. I have. I put passenger access back in. Oh yeah, you did. If I click on this, no. If I click on this, yeah, there you go. Look, it can talk to the port. All right, fine. Now if we go and look at the port, I imagine we're going to have people walking through a fountain. I put in these life-preserving belt doodahs as well, you see, because I care. Yusu branch? No, that's not his name. This is Port Yusu, mate. I don't know where you think Yusu branch is, but that's not where you are at all. Anyway, here he comes. Look at this flaming speed demon. Magical. Way! You see that, Trev? Flipping handbrake turn in, mate. No, I don't need bow thrusters. Absolutely hammer down. Well, yes, absolutely. There. Okay, right. Well, no passengers so far, but I remain optimistic that we'll get some. Any, please. Come on, you people. There you go. There's one. That's a passenger. No, you can't fool me. That's definitely a passenger. He's gone in there. Is he going to be queued up alongside the oil, do we think? He shouldn't be. It's because you've made them all the same port. No, hold on. He's not yet in position. Wait for it. No, he got straight on the boat. Oh, come on. I just want to... Look, as soon as I see this in action, they've cleared off. Love it. And I love the little crew on board as well. I think that is decidedly tasteful. Let us leave this to percolate. Right, yeah. The hope is that by bringing stuff in over here, we'll get a little bit more build-up going on. And meanwhile, we've got a bit of everything here, I think. All right, there's some fuel. There's some more fuel. Okay, that's good enough. Plenty of commercial. Have we got any actual housing? No. No one wants to live out near the industrial estate at the docks. But why not? But boats, though. Boats, even. Yeah, I know. I mean, you know, I don't dictate their tastes. Well, perhaps you should. Yeah. Do I genuinely think that by bulldozing a whole bunch of extra stuff, we're going to migrate the town in a direction of my choosing? No. Then why are we doing it? It's never worked in the past. Why do you think it would work now? What you should do is go back into the editor, delete the entire town, move it about 20 feet over to the right, and then everything will just be groovy. No, I'm not interested in groovy. You very much are. If there's one thing that we know for certain, it's that groovy is the thing that, you know, motivates you beyond most other things. Right, okay, we have got someone waiting now, but they're not... no, Port Yusu and Yusu branch are separate entities. Interesting. Can I not... but I can't interrogate them separately because it's all part of the same complex. Yeah. On an unrelated note, where the heck are all my fuel conveyances? There's one. Yeah. No, they're in motion. All right, well, one more thing to check, and that is that that this is going, and I want to check that it's not colliding with a bridge pillar, because if it is, we'll resolve that too. Did I put buses on here? I'm going to say yes, but you never know with me. Yeah, you put flipping tourist buses on. Okay. All right. Right, you. Underneath, please. I don't want any daredevil antics vis-a-vis bridge pillars. No, that's good. That's solid. In fact, hold on. Let's slow it down. Let's get on board. Because we're coming in for an overtake. And that's pretty dramatic. All right, good. All right, I'm pleased with that. I think we've got the right start going on. What I shall do, not before the next episode, because I've got to record the next episode right now, and we're doing something else with that one, is I think when I've done those two, I'll get kind of the bottom 2-3 towns tidied up, tarted up, decorated, so you can have a look at them and go, yeah, okay, I see what you're doing. It's, you know, we're not going for the pinnacle. We're not going for the top of the hill. We're going for better. And I think we've already made better, and I think we can make better still. I've been Colonel Failure. Fling your subscription this way, he says as his voice gives out for no good reason. Fling a subscription this way. Because you deserve it. You've put the time in, you've done the effort, you've given it due consideration, and you kind of go, you know what? Yeah, I'll watch another couple of these. Alright, YouTube, tell me when stuff's happened. If you want to hit the notification bell, you can. Don't if you don't want to. If you kind of go, nah, I'll look when I can be bothered. I don't need reminding. If you want to be reminded and be part of the notification squad and therefore have a fighting chance there at getting the illustrious first comment, then that's on your decision plate. Yeah, it is. I'll be back soon with another one. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. And then, suddenly, it all came flooding back. For those of you who watched the last series, I spent probably 8 hours making that coal mine originally, and thoroughly enjoyed doing it, but I ain't got that kind of time. I mean, I was very pleased with it when it was done, but I could have spent another 8 hours doing it better. And continuing to build on that idea and just reiterating and improving and overhauling and reiterating and improving and rinse and repeat, carry on and on and on and on and on to get to the end point. So any aspirations I might have with regards to polishing to a fine sheen all of the towns that I've been working on, forget it. I ain't got the time. Instead, what I'll do is I'll fix clunky layouts so that they're at least operational and at least somewhat orderly. Once the AI starts getting involved, all bets are off. But you can at least give it a halfway decent layout to begin with. Anyway, next time around, we're doing the Northern Horseshoe Curve. And that's going to be expensive.